What is going on, everybody? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys a Monday edition of my DFS podcast. We have 11 games on the NBA main slate for tonight. We also have a Monday night football game between the Eagles and the Seahawks. Looking to have a great week this week. We are definitely due. Last week, a lot of weird things going on. We had a great football Saturday, not a great football Sunday. So we're just looking to, start up something new here, a fresh slate with this week. Doing free credits in this video for 15 credits to all you guys. Just like the video and subscribe. Turn on alerts so you never miss, any new videos or updates coming from me. So this 11-game slate's, there's some pros and cons to it, like most slates. There's not a ton of injury news we got to worry about, but there are a decent handful of blowout risks. We have the Sixers at home against the Bulls are minus 10.5 point favorites. We have the Hawks in a great matchup against the Pistons, where if that game stays close, could be an unbelievable DFS game. They're 12-point favorites at home, so that has a little bit of risk. Toronto is 11.5 point favorites at home against the Charlotte Hornets. The Thunder are 10.5 point favorites at home against the Grizzlies. And then we have the Kings minus 12.5 at home against the Wizards. So, we got some potential blowout games tonight. Hopefully we can avoid that, though, because blowouts are never fun, especially when you pick the right players. So I'll give you that credit code after the first couple of my plays. As usual, I'm doing one play for each position using FanDuel salaries. So if you play DraftKings, you can get a good idea, but if the salaries, are differed by 500 plus bucks, it's not really the same thing. So for point guard, I like Trae Young at 10,100. He's been playing unbelievable basketball as of late. Yes, this game could be a blowout. But I do think if they're up 25 to 30 points after three quarters, it'll be, a main reason will be Trae Young just already hitting value. And then if he's playing a full 35 minutes against this Pistons team, he could easily put up 60-plus fantasy points. He's been playing really, really well as of late. 52-plus in the last three games. He has 35-plus real points in the last three games. Been playing huge minutes. 36-plus minutes a game. Expect that again tonight as long as they're not, winning by 25 in the fourth quarter. Kind of have to cross our fingers for that. I'm willing to take that risk because it's such a good matchup against the Pistons. I really expect Trae Young to absolutely crush the Detroit Pistons tonight. He needs 50 fantasy points to hit value. He's projected for 53 right now. And then obviously his ceiling is anywhere north of 70 fantasy points. So he looks great all around as a spend up. Guard, there's some decent spend ups at guard, but I do think Trae Young is the best one as of right now. Shooting guard, let's go to another popular guy we've been picking over the last few slates, Colin Sexton. This Jazz team looks a lot more, tasty in this matchup against the Nets. It's only a 4-point spread. We usually have to worry about blowout risk when the Utah Jazz play, but not so much tonight. They're at home. It's a 234 over-under, so a great fantasy environment in this game. Still without Keontae George, still without Jordan Clarkson. Colin Sexton will be starting tonight. And I expect him to get 31-plus fantasy points to hit his value. He's been playing really well as of late. This is a very easy play. At this point, in this spot, without Keontae George and Jordan Clarkson, Colin Sexton should be like a 7K player as a starter. Matchup's really good against the Nets. High over-under, and a nice tight spread that we're not used to seeing for the Utah Jazz. Going over to my website for those free credits, make sure you're signed in to your account on fd-guru.com. These credits get you all content that I post. You'll be able to see NBA main slates tonight. Probably playing the after-hours slate. What do we have on that slate? Is is it a 4-gamer or a 2-gamer? Because there's 2 10s. I don't know. Sometimes they do the 9 o'clocks on the after hours FanDuel, but let me check real quick. Okay, it's a 2-gamer. They're just doing the 10 o'clock Eastern games. So I might be playing that, and then we got the Monday Night Football game as well. It's the numbered date for the code. Go to the coupon bar, 1218 all caps, coins afterwards, and then when you hit apply coupon, you'll get 15 credits. Again, just like this video and subscribe. I'm excited for this week. Sometimes I get down, sometimes I get pissed, but I'm always ready to bounce back. No matter what happens, we stick to the process and good things will happen. Feeling good on this busy Monday with NBA and NFL. Small forward, let's go back to the Nets and Jazz game. On the other side of things, I like Cam Thomas at 6,400. He's been starting, playing a lot of minutes. He's projected for 32 to 34 fantasy points tonight. That's what he needs to hit value. He's averaging 32.5 on the year. Fantastic matchup against the Utah Jazz. Played really, really well last game against Golden State. 41 real points in 36 minutes. That does a lot for a young guy's confidence like Cam Thomas. He's, strictly a shooter, so his good fantasy nights are going to depend on him shooting the ball well, which can, run you into some issues. I remember picking him in a great matchup against the Hawks on the 6th of December, and he got me 3 fantasy points. I don't think I've rostered him since then, so I still have a pretty sour taste in my mouth from Cam Thomas, but he's been pretty good as of late. Maybe more of a GPP play. Not sure what I'm doing yet, but the fact that he can, throw a dud like a 16 and a 3 and a 20, that's a little bit concerning. But we know his upside. We know what he's capable of doing if his shot is falling. Great matchup against the Jazz. We can project him for 28 to 34 minutes, depending on how well he's playing. And, he's in a good spot with this matchup. So I like Cam Thomas. Not sure what I'm doing with him yet, but he's got multi-positional eligibility on FanDuel as well. Shooting guard and small forward. Always a nice asset to have. Power forward, let's go back to Jarrett Allen. He absolutely crushed yesterday on Sunday night against the Hawks. No Evan Mobley still. He's been playing 35-plus minutes the last 3 games in the absence of Mobley. Had a tough game against Boston, but that was a tough matchup. He played well against them the game before, 40 fantasy points, and then we had him last night, 34 minutes, 25 and 14, filled up the defensive stats as well. He needs 36 fantasy points tonight. He's, shown a mid-40s ceiling over the last 3 games, two out of the last 3 games. So he looks good tonight. He'll start. He'll be covering Şengün most likely. And, he's coming off of a great game 24 hours ago. He's got a lot of confidence, a lot more usage with no Evan Mobley on the court. Jarrett Allen looks pretty good tonight at 7,300. And then for center, this is interesting. This could be the best value play on the board. We're projecting him to start. Xavier Tillman, we have... Let's see. I honestly forget what the Grizzlies. Jesus. We have Bismack Biyombo doubtful, and he has been ahead of Tillman on the depth chart as of late, starting over him. But now with Biyombo out, most likely, we're probably going to see Xavier Tillman start. He hasn't been playing as of late. This is an interesting scenario. I don't know what they're going to do. He's projected to start, and if he starts at 4,300, he'll look really good to get 20 fantasy points. Before he got hurt this year, he was like a 7K player at times, just because he has such a good upside. I guess he was a 7K player just to really start the year because he started out so well. Ran into some injuries. This is a weird play. We're going to have to see how things develop, but this could easily turn into an extremely beneficial value play tonight, especially if he is starting against the OKC Thunder. They have other big guys too, like Roddy and who else do they got? Santi Aldama. Jaren Jackson can play the 5. They have Jake LaRavia. So, they have bodies. Tillman's, ahead of all those guys outside of Jaren Jackson. They shouldn't be starting Jaren Jackson at the 5, but you never know. We'll have to see if we get more news on that later, but if Tillman starts tonight at 4,300, he's going to look really good against the Thunder. That'll do it for this video, guys. Let's have a great start to the week. I appreciate your support. Again, just like the video, subscribe, put my alerts on, and until next time, I am the FD Guru. Peace.